Live at the University of San Jose, Recoletos. I'm Trina Luis Rivera, and this is Forward on the Move. Tonight, we round up the latest news updates in the campus. 4 canteen stalls in the university closed after being suspended to multiple violations. Former SSC 37 Congress cancels bicameral proposal. Newly elected Supreme Student Council 38 Congress officers take oath of office. We bring you these and many stories tonight with Forward on the Move. 4 stalls in the university main campus canteen have been suspended and stopped to operate since March 15. Here's Ivor Villegas for the full story.
4 of the stalls in the university canteen have been suspended and have not opened since Friday, March 15th. Hosenians were surprised to discover that 2 of the Type A stalls and 2 Type B stalls were closed in the main campus canteen. In an interview with the officer in charge controller of the Finance and Accounting Department, Ms. Shona Mendez, she said that these stalls have been violating rules and regulations of the university concerning the concessionaires.
They have been suspended kaya they have been violating for twice na.
According to her, the contract penalizes canteen concessionaires after a written warning, but not before a verbal warning. In the 3rd violation, the sanction would be termination. In the case of the suspended concessionaires, Ms. Mendez said that despite the verbal warnings and written warning, they still continued to violate. On the nature of the violations, Ms. Mendez said that the stalls all had different violations.
Naiusa dito nga namaligya og expired nga kanang food item nasa usa diha nga giingnan nang gud sila nga di pwede ang kanang tindera mo say mudawat sa kwarta. Food handler gud ka, supposed to be ka pwede nga mo handle og cash kay mo transmit man na og kanang diseases.
Other violations like improper uniform, not wearing hairnet, and wearing slippers were also mentioned. Among the most affected populace of the suspension of stalls were Hosenian students who depended the canteen for their meals. Maria Concepcion Montesilio, a first-year accountancy student, shared the effects of the stall suspension.
Di ba dapat kanang sa canteen pa mi mangaon kay para dali ra mi mauman nga ikaw man kay dito day mi sa library kundi mag-study gali mi wala na nun mi time ba kay gawas pa mi nya wala na mi kanang time para mag-study. Gamay na lang kayo may time para mag-study. Gawas mo kayo. No, gawas ni para tumukaon.
Violations have also been incurred by canteen stalls and operators before. According to Ms. Mendez, until now, stalls in the canteen do not have sanitary permits submitted to the office yet. Not only did stalls in the main campus canteen get suspended, but 3 stalls of the Basak campus cafeteria were also suspended for a month. According to Ms. Mendez, these sanctions were given to the violators to lessen the impact of having limited food providers in the canteen. Ivor Villegas, Forward on the Move. Sanctions were given.
Former Supreme Student Council 37 Congress cancels proposal to switch government from unicameral to bicameral. Here's Beth Di Magnaong for the report.
Before leaving office, the former Supreme Student Council 37th Congress officers proposed a switch to a bicameral state of Congress from the unicameral form of government. A new draft of the Constitution was being pushed by the 37th Congress before their term ended. Before the scheduled plebiscite, the former Congress released an Executive Order No. 3 stating the cancellation of the scheduled ratification. One reason stated under Article 13, Section 1 of the 2012 USJR SSC Constitution is that any revision to the said Constitution must be agreed upon by members thereof, should be posted on conspicuous places in USJR not less than 10 days after approval. According to Attorney Velas, the fate of the proposed bicameral form of government is up to the new Congress's discretion.
There could be, if the new Congress will adapt, they will put into vote and we will go back to the process of posting the possible amendments of the Constitution.
Bicameral is a form of government that has 2 executive committee and divides the House to upper and lower house. Only the position of president and vice president will be elected, while the secretary, treasurer, and auditor are subject for an appointment. The lower house will be represented by the organization presidents of the colleges, and the House of Representatives will be converted to upper house and be called senators. Beth Di Magnao, Forward on the Move.
Newly elected Supreme Student Council 38 Congress officers take their oath of office. Here's Robert Medina for the details.
The newly elected Supreme Student Council 38th Congress officers took their oath of office at the main lobby on March 6, 2019. The oath-taking ceremony was administered by Student Affairs Office Director Attorney Jesus D. Velas and University President Reverend Father Christopher C. Maspara. The event also marked the turnover of the SEC 37th Congress to the 38th Congress. In a chat message with the newly elected SEC President Nicolas Tura, he said that the 38th Congress is assessing on what they can further do in the SEC in terms of student services. Tura also added that the SEC is preparing for their team building and general planning of activities for the upcoming school year 2019 to 2020. Despite having elected officers coming from different student political parties, he added that the upcoming school year will be a good year for the Husanians. Robert Medina, Forward on the Move.
The College of Engineering celebrates annual Engineering Week with retrocade-themed activities. Here's Adi Wenceslau for the story.
The College of Engineering celebrated their annual Engineering Week with the theme Retrocade, One Team, One Game from February 26 to March 1. The celebration commenced with a Holy Mass led by Reverend Father Arian Joseph M. Ocheda, which then signaled the opening ceremony of the Engineering Week 2019. On the same day, an arcade tournament had been organized by the Engineering Consortium, where an exhibit of arcade game machines were used and handmade artworks were displayed at the USJR main lobby. Several organizational events progressed during the span of the week-long celebration. The Engineering Mathematical Society, or EMS, organized a tournament on Mobile Legends and an annual Math Wizard competition. Edward Montumungha, a fifth-year civil engineering student, made his way to the top place as the Math Wizard 2019 champion, representing PIES, followed by Lloyd Andrews Largo, a fourth-year mechanical engineering student, as fourth runner-up, and Fidelis Rigel Sumuya, fourth-year civil engineering student, was awarded as second runner-up. Meanwhile, the Oceanian Industrial Technocrat Society, or Joints, grabbed Ginoong at Binibining engineering title with a back-to-back win. Fourth-year industrial engineering students were crowned as Ginoong at Binibining Engineering 2019, namely Miguel Gallardo and Angelica May Sabido, respectively. Subsequently, Philippine Institute of Civil Engineering students from the BSCE department emerged as first runner-up, followed by the BSECE department and BSME on second and third runner-up, respectively. The competition was held at the Center for Performing Arts, which concluded the Engineering Week 2019 on March 1. Adi Wenceslau, Forward on the Move.
For the national news, here's Del Quiapo.
The Philippines has affirmed its withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, or ICC, on March 17. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte's strong stand against drugs has allegedly resulted to extrajudicial killings which violated ICC's principles protecting human rights. After hearing that a preliminary assessment was to be done in the country accusing the president and top officials of committing crimes against humanity in their deadly war on drugs, President Duterte has decided to pull out from the ICC. On the other hand, the president of the ICC's member assembly, Ogon Kwon of South Korea, expresses his regrets in the Philippine decision. The ICC needs the strong support of the international community to ensure its effectiveness. I encourage the Philippines to remain as a party to the Rome Statute, Kwon said in a statement in an article from Reuters. On the other hand, regardless of the country's decision to withdraw, ICC will still investigate with regards to the matter of crimes against humanity and the regime against drugs. However, despite the country's withdrawal from the ICC, the Philippines assured its continued commitment to the United Nations rule of law. Del Quiapo, Forward on the Move.
1,800 Hostenians participate in the annual Youth Night for Jaw celebration last February 22 to 23. Here's Lance Katadman for the special report.
Over 1,800 Hostenians flock over the main quadrangle for the annual Youth Days for Jaw celebration. The overnight vigil, which is said to be one of the highlights of the event, happened on February 22 to 23. Hostenians share and reflect their experiences as they take part in the overnight vigil for the annual Youth Days for Jaw celebration in the university. Inspirational talks and testimonies filled the initial parts of the program, which then led to the group sharings. The program continued with a variety show, an acoustic jam mashup, a contemporary dance duel contest, and then finished with a praise and worship. The event concluded with a Holy Mass presided by Reverend Father Arian Joseph M. Ocheda, Vice President for Religious Affairs. Lance Katadman, Forward on the Move.
Forward Publications launches 3 different covers of the second semester issue magazine with the theme, The Plastics. With a purple-pink color scheme, The Plastics offers a satire on social issues which revolves around the fascination of fame, the allure of luxury, and the excessive interest of oneself. The first cover of this issue, entitled Living in the Material World, perfects its way on the delusion of materialism, representing the image of attaining luxury for representation in the high society. The second cover is entitled Material Girl, which is a living spectacle of a well-curated and leveraged lifestyle on social media with a hint of false perfection. Lastly, Forward presents Glorious, which shows fascination of oneself to extend physical alteration and self-promotion, all while concealing flaws and defects of reality. Grab your copies at the Forward office, ground floor, San Agustin building of the main campus. And those are our news for tonight. Follow us on our socials, Forward Publications on Facebook, Forward Pub USJR on Twitter, Forward Publications on Instagram. Read us also on issue.com/USJRForward. I'm Trina Luis Rivera, and this is Forward on the Move. Congratulations to the graduates of Batch 2019. Good evening.